Hello. What's up? It's been a while. It's been like 2 months, I think, since the last time I posted a video. I don't know. Things are just weird. And I think I've been in a weird, limbo state and not really knowing what to do online and, art-wise, which we'll get into in another video. But today, I'm showing you a journal update / setup. It's weird. The last time I posted on here about my journals, I was like, this is the setup, everything is perfect, I love it, not gonna change. Inevitably, things will change with me, especially when it comes to stationery and journaling. So, we've got a new change, but I think I can say that this one will last a while. We'll see. That's what I said last time. But I think I am slowly getting closer and closer to that perfect system, and I think this is near perfect for me. So yeah, let's just get into it. This is a deerfoot knife that I got for my birthday, and I just really need to show it to you because it's insane. Do you see this? The coolest thing ever. Look at it. Beautiful. Stunning. Smashing. Brilliant. All of the above. I'm just gonna leave it there. Let's get into it. I've got some explaining to do. This is a 6-ring binder. Sue me, I have never been a fan of these. I have always and do still kind of think that they're ugly. But the thing is, I don't necessarily think that the system is ugly or that the binder itself is ugly. I personally, this is my opinion, don't get mad if you do this. My opinion, you probably think what I'm going to do in here is ugly and all the stuff that I do and whatever. Opinions, okay? We can have them. It's fine. I think a lot of binder journals and planners are ugly simply because of what people put in them. I think that I don't know. I'm not with the whole planner inserts. I don't know. There's a very specific genre of paper that goes into these binders typically that I just don't like. I don't know. My stuff is a lot darker. It's a lot more whimsy and Tim Burton-y. I mean, that's my art style, is very horror elements, dark colors, stuff like that. So I personally just don't gravitate towards the light kind of floral. I don't know how to say it other than I don't know, it's mom journaling, which is great for you if it works. For me, I personally hate it because I'm not a mom. So it's just not my cup of tea. But this system actually works really well. I think it's actually really cool and very user friendly, and you can customize it more than I think any journal system. So I've been having a lot of fun with it, and I'll explain how I use it once I open it. But this cover is not a permanent cover that I'm going to keep. This is kind of just a placeholder until I get one that I really like. It's also so hard to find a cover that looks not ugly and looks kind of cool and vintage and, again, darker. It's hard to find a cover for me. I haven't found one that I'm over the moon about. I have 2 top contenders, which I'll show you in a little bit. Or actually, I'll just put them in right now. There's a filofax one that I actually surprisingly really like. I hate all of the other filofax covers. I think most of them are hideous and bulky and nasty, my opinion. And there's this other one that's a leather one that's kind of just the Traveler's Journal, which I love the Traveler's Journal ones. So I still don't know which one I want to get. And I'm also going to use this one for a while until I am like sure that I'm going to keep up with this binder setup, because I don't want to buy those ones because they're kind of expensive. So this is just, I stole this actually from Cole. He was using it as, it's originally like one of those cash stuffing binders where you like save your cash and put them in little slots. So on the front of here it said like, I don't know, some money stuffing challenge, like the words are under here. I just sewed these little patches onto them just to cover it up, but I think it looks kind of cool. Very reminiscent of Asteroid's sweater, which I also liked. And then I have a sticker of the ghosties on here. But yeah, I'm not going to keep this binder permanently. It's just kind of a placeholder. But let's get into it. Show you what I got. So, I do like that it has pen loops. My current favorite pen right now is the, what is this? Uniball 1 in .38. I got this one a few months ago and I hated it, and I like it right now. So, that's been the pen that I'm gravitating towards. And then I have the Uniball Style Fit multi-pin that I've had for a while, and I like this one. I go in and out of phases of liking it and hating it, and right now I like it. I've just got some little sticky tab stuff over here, index dots for commonplacing and organization. I've got some clown stickers, and then I've got some other stickers that I got for my birthday, and index cards. Very simple. Oh wait, I like the clowns, so I'll put them there. This is one of my prints that I have done, a watercolor painting. I just hole punched it. The cool thing about this system is you can just put literally anything in here and hole punch it, and I think that's cool. So I have this at the front. This is one of those cash stuffing envelopes that I stole from Cole as well, and I have some, these are all Wizard of Oz stickers that I just keep in here. I've got some forever stamps that have otters on them in there because they look cool. Little fox sticker and some other paper trinkets and a Wicked playing card. This is just this little zip pouch that I keep other stickers in. I've got some, what are these? I don't know, page markers and just stickers. This is a pin card for my pins that I sell. Well, I guess not anymore. I've closed the shop. And then I hole punched a ruler to fit in there. I have been using... Okay, there's kind of like 3 sections to this book. There are these digital pages, which are from Megan Rhiannon. Love Megan so much. I talk about her all the time. She got me into this system. She's got me into Hobonichi. She got me into all of the stuff. I watch her videos religiously. So, I'm using her pages right now. I do want to make my own pages because there are things that I, just want specifically for me, and things that are more tailored to myself. So I am going to work on those, and then if there's any interest in those when I show them, I will upload them onto Patreon or something. I'm also reworking my Patreon. I don't know what I'm doing with that. I think it's just going to be like a 1-tier thing. I'm kind of straying away from the physical rewards, and I think I'm just going to upload like digital products, and then maybe put some digital stuff onto my shop too. I'm really done with packing orders and fulfilling them, and it's not something I'm enjoying right now. So I'm going to work on some digital stuff until I know what I want to do. But yeah, I've been printing out her papers and I love them. Gonna make my own personal tweaks to them and like change up the design. But I have right here is just like the weeks at a glance. So this was last week. This is the current week. Following and the following. And then there's just some blank pages. This is a weekly spread for this week. I don't know, it's just cool to paste in these things. Like, this is my ticket when I saw Wicked for the first time. And it's just like important things that I want. I don't know. This was the first page that I did. So similarly to Megan, I'm filling out my pages in Procreate, and then I print them out at Staples, and then I put them in here. I actually really like the paper from the Staples printers. I think that they print pretty well, and they're pretty cheap too. It's like 70 cents to print in color, and then black and white pages are like 25 cents. So it is a little annoying to have to go in and get them printed, but it's not the end of the world. If I really wanted to, I could order them to my house and not have to worry about it, but it's fine. So this is just a page on when I started this ring system and I was figuring out which cover to buy and just journaling about the new obsession with them. This was also one of my first pages that I did. I did a little sketch of a dog at the park when I was there. Yeah, I don't know. This is from when I went to the shooting range. And this is a letter. I just like to paste these things in here. I think it's cool. I'm really in love with this page still, even though it's been many days since I've done this. It's just, I don't know. I like how everything looks. I've always hated the rings because I had never tried them until this month. But I've always hated the idea of trying them because I thought it would take too much time to print out your pages and then fold it, glue them together, hole punch it, put it in. But what I realized is the last journal that I was using was just a sketchbook, and I was writing in it and drawing in it, and I liked that. But I like to paste things into my journals and have like visual references. Like, these are a bunch of coats that I really like Victorian era coats. And I like to put that stuff in, and I like to put in like memories from the day. But to have to go and print those out and cut them out and then glue them in each individually takes as much time, if not more time, than doing it on the iPad, printing it, folding it, gluing it, and putting it in. So I think it's like roughly the same time, but I do think this is a little bit more effective. I've also been really wanting to journal digitally for years, but I've never found a system that like works because I like to have a tactile, physical book to work in. And I don't know, doing it digitally just kind of defeated the purpose of journaling for me. But this system works in a way that I can have the convenience of journaling digitally and having all of my tools on my iPad and not having to carry around a ton of pens and pencils and stuff. And then also giving me the physical feeling of a book. So yeah, I also think my creativity is just going to kind of skyrocket. I've been using my iPad a lot lately to sketch. Like the last month or so, I've been taking my iPad everywhere that I go, just around the house and in my day-to-day errands and whatnot. And I just think it's fun to use and convenient. And I can, though this book dimensions are bigger, I'm carrying around less stuff on the daily because I usually am carrying 2 like moleskin journals, 2 different pencil bags, my iPad, and then like probably a book or something. Now I only have to carry this book, my iPad, and a few pens. And it's just so much less stuff to take with me and worry about. And if I want to, all I really need to bring is my iPad. If I'm going somewhere and I, for whatever reason, can't bring like a regular bag, or I can only bring certain things, I can just bring my iPad and I can still journal and do everything and then print it out later and put it in here. Like, this book doesn't have to come with me everywhere that I go, though it will. I don't like to not have my book on me. And it's really not that big of a deal because whatever bag I'm using has to fit my iPad, and this is a little bit smaller than the dimensions of my iPad. So if my iPad fits in the bag, this will also fit. So it's not a big deal to me. I actually love having a bag with me at all times. I don't not like it. If I don't have a bag, I feel like naked and like something's missing and feels weird. So I don't mind it. It is a little bulky. I do wish it was like kind of slimmer, but it's not the end of the world. And I was still looking for a proper, like, permanent binder, but this is working for now. I still am carrying this pocket Leuchtturm notebook, which I used last year, or 2023 actually. I used a lot of it, this first half of it I used, but I brought it out from my archives because I do still want like a tiny book to keep with me at all times, because this one is a little bit of a hassle to like flip through. It's not as easy to just like whip this out and then just like write quickly if I need that. So I do still carry this with me, but this just fits in my pocket of my pants, or it can slip into any bag, so it's not a big deal. So I do keep this with me at all times. But yeah, I don't know. I've done a lot of creative things in here, and I feel like it's just going to be really good overall. I want to get in the habit of sketching on my iPad like daily and like working on animations and getting there. And I don't know, I feel like it's good because like here's a little doodle of Otto, one of my characters, and then I did a little comic strip to put in here. So I just think overall it's good. This is a movie spread, which is something I wouldn't have done if I was in a traditional book, you know, because I would not have printed out all these posters, cut them out, done this whole thing. But because it's just there to do, I like doing this. Like, I like writing my movie reviews, but I wouldn't do it. So it's just letting me do things that I wouldn't do. And I don't know. There's no point in writing a movie review necessarily, or like reviewing music or games and books and stuff, but like in the moment there's no point. But it is very cool to look back and see things. Like even in a year from now, seeing this, I'll be like, oh, that's cool. I remember watching these movies on blah 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 day, and oh, that's what I thought about it. I've since rewatched this movie and I actually really like it now. So it's just cool for, you know, future reference, I suppose. But yeah, this is just a commonplace page of random blurbs. This is a journal entry that I'm covering. This is also kind of journal-y stuff. Can I show this page though? Yeah, I'm gonna cover as best I can that. I made my own font too, which I'm really enjoying typing, because for some reason, I don't know, there's different moments for me where writing by hand is necessary, and different moments where typing things up is necessary. I do feel like when I type things, for some reason I think my brain kind of automatically writes more, I don't know, advanced. Like I feel like my word choice is better, my sentence structure is better. I think it's just like, I don't know, the mindset of typing is like, I don't know, writing an essay, and I think I like reading back what I've written with a keyboard more than by hand. I think by hand I try to do things quickly and just get it done with. But typing, I can kind of take my time and, you know, revise, edit, think about what I'm writing. Whereas when I'm writing by hand, I kind of am just like listening to the first thing that my brain says and writing it. There's no revision, really. So, yeah. Oh gosh. My mic is about to die. We'll see how much I can get through. I'm kind of going to speed it up now. But yeah, this is planning for a commission that I'm working on, a page for notes. This one is just like a spread of recent memories. So I made cinnamon rolls, made some beignets. I took the train home from LA. Here's my dog. He hopped in the basket the other day and just sat there for a long time. My friend Sophia came to visit. So it's just cool to like paste all of these photos in, which I wouldn't have done in a traditional book. I wouldn't have printed all these out and cut them and pasted them in. So I do love how creative I can be and how much I can do. Because I wouldn't have done this, and it's just cool it's going to be so fun to look back at this stuff. Both spreads are about the new Ethel Cain album. Again, something I would not have done, but I love this so much. I can't even explain. And it's going to be so cool to look back at the stuff. So those are all my printed pages currently that I did on Procreate. These bunch of pages. And then I printed out some just like blank Commonplace pages so that I can write by hand, because I still want to do that. I like having the mix of the digital Procreate stuff and then having the tactile writing. That's very important to me to have both. So yeah, these are just, we went to a stationery shop and we stamped our books, which is cool. So there's just a bunch of blank pages here. And then I got a pack of paper from Amazon, just blank 6-hole paper, pre-punched, just to have loose paper in here to have, that regular journal feeling. And I've been using it a lot. Like here is studies for a painting that I'm working on. This was actually done in my moleskin, and then I ripped it out, and then I hole punched it and put it in here. But I don't know. I like having these blank pages back here too, to work on stuff. And the nice thing about these pages is I don't feel pressure for them to look good, because you know what I can do? Rip it out and put in a new page if I think something looks too messy or I don't like something. I can just fix it very quickly with the rings. Whereas a regular binder or a regular notebook, you work front to back, all the pages are in there, and if you rip a page out, then it just makes the whole book like wonky and not fun to use. So I like that customization. Yeah. In the very back of this book, I just put these in last night. I just put in some watercolor paper so that I have some thicker, high quality paper, which again, I can just do that because of the rings. I wouldn't do that in any other book, and it's just so satisfying. I can't even explain how cool it is to me. It makes me giddy. Like, I just feel so excited with this. I'm going to backpedal a little bit. I also realized that I can animate in this book because of the rings. I'm learning how to animate traditionally on paper, and paper animation, there are certain prongs that they use on a light box table to keep your papers in place so you can flip through them and animate. And I realized I can start to learn how to do that in this book, which is just mind-blowing that I can have all of this in a compact system. It's honestly freaking me out. So these pages in the back are reserved for a little animation test that I'm going to try to do. I'm looking to find a very small light box, like an A5 light box would be perfect. There are a few on Amazon that I'm going to order and test out, because I want one that's like portable and I don't have to plug it in. I can kind of like, ideally, a A5 one that's rechargeable, and I can just slide it into here and have it so I can animate wherever I want. Would be so cool. So we'll see how that goes. But yeah, that's what that is. And watercolor papers for if I feel like, I don't know, watercoloring. And then I have a comic strip that I made in the back. And finally, I have a plastic clipboard, because sometimes I like to take the pages out of the rings and then write. So then I'll take the clipboard out, slide in the page, and then write on the cover of it, just to have a little more structure. Because sometimes, like at the front of here, if I were to write on this page, it's a little wonky because I have all this stuff in here at the front. So the clipboard comes in handy. yeah, that's the current setup, and I'm really excited just because, I don't know, I feel like it's the perfect mix of everything. I can put everything in here, and I can work digitally on my iPad. It's over here, so I keep pointing over there. And then I can also have like the tactile book. I'm very excited. I've been doing this for, I think, only like 10 days now, honestly. But I am excited to see where it goes. I'm still trying to figure out how to archive all this stuff, but I think I'll just wait until it's time to archive. I think what I'm going to do is just give myself like a month in each. I don't know. Every month I'm just going to switch it out. Because since there's no like definitive start or end to this book, it's kind of an everlasting system. A binder, a traditional book, there's like a set amount of pages in here, finish it front to back, and the book's done, This is like, I can do it however long I want, so I think I'm just going to do it on the last day of every month. I'll archive everything, or keep whatever I want to keep for the next month, and then take out the pages that I want to archive, and then put them in like a cheap PVC plastic binder for now. I know that there's the Franklin Covey archive binders, but I think I'm not going to do that till like the end of the year, if that's something I'm still doing in here. I don't want to buy all these things and then, not use them. So I think I'm going to wait until end of the year. If I'm still in the rings, then I will get that, because I do think that's a cool system. But yeah, every month I'm just going to take out, these are like the daily pages, kind of just like random fluff that I still like, but I don't need this stuff in the following month, so I'll take them out and archive it by month. That's kind of the plan, but we'll see how it goes. But yeah, I still need to get a few things. Like, I really want to get a 6-ring hole punch, but they're expensive and kind of hard to find, so we'll see what happens. I'll show you really quickly my essentials for this book. I keep a hole punch with me because I need that. Pipper corner rounder, I just like it. This little dot marker is perfect for marking the holes, and I use the little ruler in there to mark the holes for a new page, and then I punch them. And the glue stick. Yeah, the rest of the stuff is just like daily essentials. But these are all the things that I'm using right now. If you want a video on like how I use Procreate more in depth, I'll totally do that. I'll probably wait until I've made my own pages to show you those, so I can show you how I use those, and then you can download them if you want. Like I said, Megan's pages are amazing. I love them, but there are things that I want to tweak just for my personal needs, and pages that I want to create. Like, I want some storyboard pages, I want some animation test sheets with like the guide rules and all that stuff, so I'm going to work on those. But yeah, that's the current system. It's going strong. I'm definitely going to be posting a lot more very soon. The last few months have just been weird, figuring out what I want to do career-wise, social media-wise, art-wise. And I've decided that I want to be very much into journaling online, posting comic strips, and working on animations, and then like life vlogs. I'm pretty much just going to be using YouTube and Tumblr this year, and then Instagram here and there. So if you want that stuff, also Patreon. But I'm reworking the Patreon. There's not going to be any more physical rewards in the future. It's just going to be digital stuff. And it's going to be like, I don't know, $4 to join. But yeah, that's all for now. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next video. Hopefully very soon. But yeah, if you have any questions, let me know. Follow me down below. All my stuff is there. And yeah, that's it. Goodbye.